Renforth Resources, just give us a little update on who you are and especially the battery metals portion as well.
I'm an exploration contractor that was owed a lot of money a while ago. Took shares in Renforth and then became president and realized what a mess everything was. Consolidated everyone, myself included, which is one of the reasons I always tell people I won't consolidate again. At the time, I did it because of a gold property that it ended up everything was in default. But with time, we put the first resource together. We sold that property. And as a result, it leaves Renforth with an appreciable amount of securities in its trading account as well. So a bit of financial backing behind Renforth. But where are we today? Well, process of exploration, you pick up assets, you take a look at them, and if they don't start to meet your expectations or look like they have reason to continue to explore, you drop them. And one of the assets we had was a property we called Malartic West, contiguous to the Canadian Malartic mine. And I had optioned it out, but the option wasn't going to consummate, so I asked for the property back. And it became apparent there was a copper discovery made in the north part of the property. Now, that property now is what we built Surimo around. So we had the Beaupré copper discovery, which is real. It's brand new, virgin. Nobody expected it. Never been seen before. Okay, we have to do a bit more work. Bottom of the property, there were some zinc numbers and the beginning of a geophysical anomaly. This is now by the end of 2020. I'm looking around and there's some historic gold in the bottom, long intervals of low-grade gold, and it goes outside of the Malartic property, and then there's some historic base metals. So I'm like, wait a minute. All this stuff's come open. It's all been dropped. Let's stake up all the historic base metals showings. Not so much the gold because it's very low grade, but we ended up staking all the base metals, partly because, and rather than stake the discrete areas of work, there was a magnetic anomaly joining these things together. And I said, let's just stake it all. After being advised that the magnetic anomaly is probably meaningless, it just means it's magnetic. I said, that's fine. I just don't want, like we've got Colony and we've got Victoria. I don't want to stake Colony and stake Victoria and then have a stranger in the middle. We'll just take it all, which is good we did, because now that's the 20-kilometer Victoria mineralized trend. To the north is Lalonde, which is longer, and it goes off up through Surimo and over to Houston. But we've only ground truthed 9 kilometers of Lalonde, along with ground truth in the entire 20 kilometers of Victoria. So it's not that I'm a super genius, it's that I was bored. The claims came open and it was an opportunity and I seized it. So then the next step in my job is to test the hypothesis. My hypothesis is you can't have base metals mineralization in the east at Colony and in the west at Victoria on a 20-kilometer magnetic trend. What if it means something? Well, sure enough, it means something. We discovered that the magnetic trend is, in fact, the ultramafics carrying the nickel, cobalt, and PGEs. We went on to discover that there's a VMS, or the stringers, the little feeder tubes or arms of a VMS, which gives us copper, zinc, silver, and now gold, as we announced earlier this week. That's the first time we've seen gold in the drilling at Victoria. And gold's an ingredient that's very typical in a VMS. So we were hoping to see it and we got it. So 2 different mineralizing events occurring at the same place. It's pretty unique. Happens fairly frequently in a place called Finland. Hey, I'm not a super genius. It was an opportunity and I seized the opportunity. And the hypothesis is now, for me, it's shifted from, is it mineralized? Because we know it's mineralized. Does it have scale? Does it have the potential to be something very big? Yes, it has scale. It's a 330 square kilometer property, numerous base metal showings and several gold showings. But the systems are big. Could it ever be a mine? That's where I'm at now, and that's what I have to set out to prove. Can it be a mine? I don't know the answer, but I can look at our assay numbers, and I can see a mine called Valvivara, owned by a company called Terrafame in Finland, operating with comparable grades. So the fact that they're doing it doesn't mean we can do it. It's not that simple, but there's every opportunity that we can do it. So that's my job. My job is to chase potential and possibility, and that's what we're doing at at Surimo, which hosts the Victoria trend, hosts the Lalonde trend, We have other showings, Surimau and Houston and Fuyak, which are also base metal showings. We have the Beaupre copper discovery, and we have lithium. We have lithium in the sediments associated with the pegmatites. A lot happening on the property, big property.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And if you liked that video, why don't you check out our others? Like this beautiful one here.